What's up everyone, Trent here.
Along with Julia.
Welcome back to the channel, and we're checking out episode 6 of X-Men 97, Lifedeath Part 2. And I am still not over last episode.
I don't think anyone's over last episode. The trauma is real.
It was just so fantastic in the worst possible way. Gambit going out like an absolute legend, charging up the Wild Sentinel, and finishing up with Rogue cradling him. And just the helplessness and I can't feel you. Like, it's just... It was just so good. And yeah, going to be interesting to see if this episode continues the pedal to the metal or if we're going to get a slower... I reckon we're going to get introspective on Storm and how she, you know, her journey to dealing with being powerless and overcoming the adversary. So, very excited. We're past the halfway point. Let's check it out.
Let's go.
Cut Magneto out. Yeah. Cut! They've had a cut! Swashbuckling with his swords and everything, but Gambit's gone.
Gambit's gone.
Oh, Nimrod. That's foreshadowing. Forge an X Factor. Imperial Guard. Lilandra. I just love that even though you shouldn't skip the intro to this at all, regardless, there's something different every time, you know, foreshadowing or little hints of what's going to happen in the episode. Ooh. Gone cosmic.
Ooh.
With the Shia, nice. Hello, Deathbird. That is not going to help.
Surrender? No, just perish.
Stand free.
Oh, hello, Ronnie.
Pigeon shall not thwart the will of the supreme intelligence.
It's not her you have to worry about. Oh. Gladiator.
Victory for the Imperial Guard.
God, he's strong. Actually, any of the Imperial Guard, you just don't want to go up against one-on-one regardless.
Decree, do not.
Be honored to fall at my feet, Rogue, for you shall be memorialized as the corpse upon which I pose.
True creed bows to no one.
You were just kneeling to a...
Thank you, Gladiator.
What a punch.
Ronan, dear, tell me where the supreme intelligence has fled, or your forces shall suffer.
Love the tone.
Oh, hello, Vulcan.
You dare interrupt my glorious moment?
It's your sister, the Empress.
Oh, joy. Why didn't you say so? My sister is always of utmost priority.
We offer the skills of our mighty healers to a Terran man on the verge of death.
He's now healed.
This man helped spare the entire universe from
Love the
mouths
reflection.
of my brother Ken. This man has unlocked the secrets to my heart.
I was going to say, they don't seem very pleased.
No.
Your empress is to be married, and our empire shall welcome a new emperor.
In his warlord costume.
Yep.
Love it.
Professor Charles Xavier.
Shock. Oh, I pass.
Yeah, they're
Yeah, they're not liking
not
it.
liking it at all.
The eyebrow raise.
Might and glory of the Imperium.
That's not going to go down with Deathbird.
Our act of performative jingoism erased any concerns over my heritage?
Don't think so, Charles.
You wish to return to your children, don't you?
Merely visit.
Families often mimic black holes. Visit and risk being stuck in its spiraling vacuum of dramas.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's especially true with your students.
You get sucked in, Charles.
Nearly destroy the universe with the Mcron crystal?
Family squabbles.
Yeah.
An educator such as you can teach them our ways, as you did on Earth. Play the role of the peacemaker.
Wasn't aware my X-Men and I were playing make-believe.
I pretend to be perfect, as my subjects would never love the woman beneath the armor, not like you do. Never pretend with me.
Will
Interesting.
you please consider Earth?
The virtue of a teacher lies in showing their students how to walk on their own.
Only if he is sure there are no more lessons he can teach them.
Liar, traitor, cost you everything.
He was trying to help me.
A tawdry romance of guilt and shame. How many have suffered his gifts? How many made slaves?
You will not break me.
I can fix you. Forge made his bed. Let him die in it.
All lives deserve saving, even his.
I love that the adversary is being voiced by Allison as well. It's like a dark reflection of Storm herself.
There is no pill for my poison. Let him die.
It's so creepy.
You're not an X-man anymore. Where did that get you? Kissing the hand that beats you?
Oh god.
God.
I do not fear death. That's why you rush to play dead. You fear living.
Ooh.
Jean, I have wondered what it would be like to be human. A tempting daydream.
I was so tired.
Is that why you fear your power? Sought refuge in this monotone family? Look at your family, who you follow.
This is nightmarish.
Yeah.
Forge didn't rob your gifts. You had already renounced them.
Yeah, it is very much dealing with her own fears. Ooh.
Ooh.
Weaver of lies, I tear your threads. Depart to the desert, demon.
Go Forge.
Go
And
Forge.
be gone.
They still kept the shaman element. I like that.
Mom practiced desert magic. Some of it sunk in, despite my best efforts.
Careful.
You need a better bedside face, Doc. The midnight Jala grows in nearby caves. Doesn't need sunlight.
Oh dear.
I don't have much time, Aurora. I don't want to be alone.
Then we ride together, my love.
Oh, I love them.
The royal consort.
Your man speaks as if I am your pet. Not an entirely displeasing thought.
Hush, beloved. You may bark later.
X-Men always being horny.
Yep.
Is a royal wedding.
Gladiator and his guard fill my ears with news of coming victory.
Yes, but we have been trapped in so much change. Some yearn for the stable comfort of what is familiar.
Love her cape.
Oh, the outfit.
Your consort was born on the wrong side of the stars. Union with the Terran would bind the Shi'ar into alliance with his inferior homeworld.
And there it
I
is.
respect you speaking the quiet part out loud, Deathbird.
She ain't mincing words.
Friendly, your Empress and I decide alliances, as well as which world we call home.
Chandelar is home.
Of course, Lord Chancellor. I merely meant...
Spoke the quiet part out loud. Xavier would see his Milky Way ghetto become our new throne world. I must invoke the right of Mdasha.
Here we go.
The right requires...
A non-Shi'ar pass a test of loyalty in order to wed a royal. I finished that volume my second day here.
You must renounce Earth and erase all memory of your life there.
Charles is a formidable
Big demand to make.
psychic.
You, dear sister, must be the one to do it.
Ooh.
Damn.
That smile.
And out.
That smile.
The union of Shara and Kithri is at the core of our principles, to bind various cultures into one for the sake of galactic peace and harmony.
And harmony.
Much like your myth, what is united if one half must be erased for the sake of the whole?
Idealism is also a sign of insanity.
I have a very old and very dear friend on Earth who would agree with you.
Wise for a Terran.
Yes, his name is Magnus, and I wish to remember him.
Oh.
Do you love me, Charles?
A silly question. Even you know Deathbird's challenge goes too far.
On Earth, you fought tirelessly to be tolerated and were nearly killed for it. Why remember? Why not let go? Start anew.
So you learn?
You refuse. Imagine the chaos that my sister would unleash across the galaxy as ruler. It would rival that of my mad brother.
Not wrong. Especially with Vulcan under it.
Your devotion is beyond measure. Perhaps it is time to show you mine.
It's a lot to ask to give up everything.
To give up everything, especially when memories make you.
It's giving up your identity.
It was actually built during the Plains War decades earlier by colonists.
Those wars exterminated your people.
And they said that they were here to help, sort of like how I came to you. I'm so sorry, Aurora, for deceiving you, for drawing the adversary.
The demon was not your doing.
Big evil owl that feeds on anger and self-loathing. Call me Chum in the water.
Sounds like me.
Before I lost my gifts, I told a friend, my sister, that I often wondered about being human. No matter how many I saved, my mutant gifts inspired twice as much hate and humanity. I am better this way.
I always heard how the worst weapon used by the Europeans was not bullets or blankets, but a white lie that they could make us.
The cactus grows in darkness.
That's why I came. I know how you feel about tight spaces.
Oh no. What's even worse is that combo she had with Jean was Maddie. And she has no idea.
Do you renounce all memories of Earth, of your life there?
I do.
And of your X-Men? Xavier, do you renounce your X-Men?
He hesitates. He insults all Shi'ar.
What you ask of him is no small burden.
Mm-hmm.
He seeks to ally us with Earth.
My God, you are dramatic.
How can we entrust our mighty
Says the man
empire,
in gold.
which has endured for eons, to a ruler descended of simians? Have our blood mixed with his inferior freak fluids?
Oh.
Indeed, this Xavier is not even a pure Terran, a lower caste.
Oh!
Can't escape prejudice in space
No.
either.
Renounce her before her lovesick lunacy destroys us all.
Sedition, gladiator, arrest
Yeah.
this treacherous vulture, and any who dare to stand with her.
Ooh!
Oh, Gladiator will not allow that.
Damn.
The dude can shatter a planet with a punch. You've got no chance. She just wants the throne, that's all.
Yep.
Not this way. I have forgotten my greatest gift.
My mind.
Hear me. Class is now in session.
God damn.
Listen to teacher.
Yep.
What have you done?
Gladiator, please raise your hand if you have a question. To answer, I have used my vast psychic abilities to draw us into the astral plane. Now pay attention.
Astral
It's
school.
time for today's lesson.
I love the transitions that they're
Yeah.
doing. They're really smooth.
I'm also loving how there are parallels to both stories being told. It's very, very similar themes that are bouncing off one another.
I don't know. The biologist in me would never trust a glowing plant.
No. Oh no.
You had to be the bigger woman. Had to save him, be above it. I guess give a taste. Ooh, yummy.
Fear.
Constant self-loathing. Last stop. You pancaked by the pressure of existing. How unfair. Beg to be saved. Submit, and I will save you and let you live your tempting daydream.
Don't give in to it.
Damn. Pancaked by the pressure of existing.
Demon. Not a daydream.
Nice.
Come on.
Yeah.
The executioner's neutralizer was not the only weapon tamping down my gifts. There was that lie, and I believed it. Be warned. Be smart.
Her theme is so...
The lie. Deny your power.
Don't believe the lie.
Dead, or humanity
your kind. You all are an echo of who I am.
My innermost fears. Welcome back.
So let them thunder, for I am lightning.
Welcome back, Storm. Holy crap! Nice, the classic suit. Beautiful.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Love the transition with the feathers turning into the... Dave Cockrum's designs are so timeless. First person flying? How freaking cool. Yeah, I look good. Overcoming all fear.
Yeah.
Towards the demon?
What are demons but reflections of our fears and shame?
Mm-hmm.
Things we bury within us, hide from loved ones, even as they poison our heart, till we finally heal our adversary by embracing it. There, it's starting to heal.
I like that they kept it very interpersonal instead of it being a big construct, world-threatening.
Should we whisk away to some tropical island?
Not an entirely unpleasant idea.
Oh, until you turn on the TV and see
Oh.
this.
Mutants displaced by the brutal attack on Genosha. This, as rumors swirl, that Genosha is the opening salvo in the long-feared evolutionary war between humans and mutants.
Oh, God.
Let's talk about power. Who can tell me from where the Shi'ar Imperium draws its might?
From the crushed skulls that house inferior minds.
Raise your hand. The power of your empire is in truth a harvest of stolen worlds.
Mm-hmm.
Younger cultures that, had they not been tilled to death, would now be empires rivaling your own. Fearing this, you strike at the knees and claim you could help them walk again. But only if they assimilate.
Even you Terrans claim might is right.
The rhyme that sells the lie. That we must pillage worth from one another. For me to be more, you must be less. Says who? Who made up these silly rules?
Yeah.
We did, beloved.
Want to know a secret? Coexistence is messy. Thus my love for education, for my X-men. Their
Learn to get better.
heroism
Learn to
teaches
be
a
better.
lesson we mustn't forget. The universe is very old, and all of us very young.
Very, very young.
Born of ancient stardust, all children of the atom.
That's not good.
No!
So he's feeling it all away from Shi'ar space.
Oh, my children of the atom, destroyed!
What a line! What a line! Drinking wine, making love. My children! My children of the atom.
While I cowered in the cosmos, the unthinkable has happened.
Charles, if you leave, you will prove my sister right about your kind.
Compassion.
If that should end our star-crossed affair, so be it. I will not abandon my kind.
Oh, my X-Men.
It is time I return to my X-Men.
Damn.
Oh, Bolivar. What are you running from?
I gave you my DNA to access Master Mold.
Oh.
Kill me, please. For what happened in Genosha.
Don't take all the blame, Bolivar. And fret the future. Genosha was merely the beginning of a prologue, now past. You have nothing to fear, so long as you place your faith in
Sinister. That underhanded, conniving, He warned them when they were in his lab.
Yeah.
As did Bolivar. While you've been dancing and holding hands, we've been placing dominoes.
Yeah.
But a lot of big themes touched upon in that.
Yeah, to feel Gambit's death.
But to feel the whole
massacre across the universe at that time in particular as well would have been heartbreaking.
It gives a very good timeline as to when this was going on. Obviously, just before, whilst Magneto, Rogue, and Gambit went to Genosha.
Yep.
This was all going on just before, and having the TV turn on for Storm and Forge, which that's going to be interesting to see what Forge has contributed there, and if that weighs on his guilt and how he's going to respond as well, because I can see him becoming a full-fledged member, or at least getting X Factor back involved.
At least getting,
and then having all the Shi'ar stuff with, Deathbird being Deathbird, always striving for the throne. Having him teach a lesson on especially coming from the line of coexistence is messy. Going from that line to explaining the importance of education and realizing that we're younger and we need to be better and keep learning, to have that be the final line and the final phrase that he says before his globe starts spinning, which that's a telltale sign when you got the world's strongest telepath, something's going on in his head.
Yeah. Something messes that up.
Yeah, and then all that, just the close up to the world getting on fire, to the pullback of all the skeletons sitting in the seats. Powerful, like really strong.
Very powerful. Symbology.
Interesting though, it was Gambit and not Magneto.
Fair.
Given how fondly he spoke of Magnus and Eric, given how fondly he spoke, it was almost like a brotherly bond, a fraternal bond when he was speaking.
But your child is also going Super Saiyan.
Yeah, true.
Your child has literally just leveled up.
He was, and
then died.
He was, and I should remember it. I was alluding to the fact that Magneto could very well still be alive.
Yes, I knew where you were alluding to that.
Yes.
Because nobody, no death. We know this from
no death. He was holding leech.
Many different TV shows. We know that rule. Nobody, no death.
He was holding leech. Leech could have easily.
I'm gonna lean into the my boy is Super Saiyan and crossed worlds to die again.
Yeah. But also just before we go on, we love reading your comments.
Yeah.
Like seeing what you all think, the theories, we love reading them. It is great. Again, talking about stuff that we may miss in this, because this is not planned. It's just us talking immediately after, so we may miss some things. So we love seeing what you say.
Yeah.
But having that moment, incredibly powerful, and it goes throughout the entire theme of the episode for Charles's arc in particular, of being asked to give up all the things that make him Charles.
Yeah.
Whereas the polar opposite with Storm, it's you are listening to the lie. You are believing the lie that you've been told about your powers disappearing, but also your self-worth being less important now that you've lost your powers. The whole concept of identity flowing through this episode was really good. And personally, I would have liked a full Storm episode to herself to really allow the relationship with Forge, maybe some flashbacks to see how she's built up this perception and, go back to her childhood as a thief in Cairo and all these different things, what's caused her claustrophobia with her parents, her mother's death. All these little things I think could have filled out the episode really nice and made it incredibly emotional for Aurora. What we got, I'm very happy we got. But those themes that were through there were contrasting very well to one another. And Charles being asked to give up his identity for the sake of an empire that he called out for colonialism.
Yeah, and
that
he called out as well for being exactly like the scum, the gangster galaxy.
Yeah,
gangster. I'm sorry.
That
was the best.
What did she say?
Ghetto,
Milky Way ghetto.
Love it. Very much calling out the same. Well, it happens on Earth too.
Yeah,
you're no different.
But it's what Charles is experiencing on Earth, he's experiencing galactic.
Yeah.
There is the inherent dismissal and the looking down, the prejudice against what they are deeming a lesser life form.
Yeah.
And then they saw Charles as an even lesser life form. He's not even a full Terran.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Wow.
A lot of metaphors in this.
A lot of metaphors.
Of metaphors.
The Storm arc, the Life-Death arc was absolutely amazing with that contrasting between the I've forgotten what it's called.
Adversary.
The adversary and her, and especially voicing by the same
Alison Seeley Smith did so good.
Because it was definitely anyone who's had anxiety and especially having a full panic attack, it is your own voice sometimes in your own head with that tone.
I was thinking that the entire time.
Just sitting there just going, oh, that's cute. You're not good enough. It's fine.
When she was climbing up. That hit me big time because I was like, I've been thinking this all day.
Yeah.
This is exactly what anxiety feels like. And it's self-doubt, self-loathing. It's exactly what it feels like. Like I connected so much to that point.
And it was just so terrifyingly beautiful watching that portrayed in an animation sense and have that tonal shifts of the joy that was being felt when she was winning and it was like, give up.
The burden lifting.
And then the pure joy and then the intro into her music to the defying of it as well. Because it's the hardest thing to drag yourself from those claustrophobic moments. But you're going to be crushed like a pancake by the weight of your own existence.
Yeah.
That is a line and a half.
But it was such a visual representation, physical for Storm, and also the meaning behind, all the caves closing in. Yeah. Her biggest fear is claustrophobia, but also her other fears of, her identity and the self-doubt that she has of her new purpose. All those sorts of things weighing in. It was both visual and mental.
Mental, yeah.
As well. But I loved the transition when she just decided to, I'm not listening to you anymore. Yeah. You are the voice in my head that is telling me a lie. I'm not going to believe the lie. Pushing the walls out. And that transformation into the giant size X-Men costume, the classic black with the cape,
with the cape and the
crown, the headdress, and just her theme. The fact that she's got a special theme that is so epic. The piano keys coming on, and then just the I would have loved to have flashed to a weather control panel to say, what the hell's going on?
The satellite just going, what?
Yeah. And then just all the readings going crazy.
The one thing that I kind of wish they did focus on a little bit more in this episode, because I don't know a lot about him personally, is Forge.
Yeah.
I hope it is expanded more because I'd love to know more about that aspect.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the connection in the relationship was kind of just, it happened.
Yeah, I would have liked it to be a bit longer but it's the same with the Madeline Pryor arc.
Exactly.
They're getting through some this went for over 40 issues.
Yeah.
The whole Storm powerless, finding out that Forge created the weapon that neutralized the powers, going through the adversary, like the role of Forge in that being a shaman who's destined to defeat the adversary, and Storm's being manipulated by Naze, who's Forge's teacher basically, and she's been told to stop. There's a whole lot of things going on that they've condensed into this, and unfortunately Forge's arc has been sacrificed. But they did get the key parts in where it was he's a war vet, he lost his arm and his hand through the war.
Yeah,
they kind of touched on him being a shaman with the magic book that he got from his mother.
Yeah,
so there was that, and I actually liked that there was the little black feather in the book as well.
Yeah, I just wish there was potentially a little bit more of that, but we're potentially going to see him now more through what has happened through Remember It and the genocide. We're going to see a lot of the mutant kind come together in a way. So
I
think it's coming, but I was just like, I just want a little bit more character for him, a little bit more backstory for him, just so the caringness that Storm shows isn't just the generic caring for someone because everyone should be cared about. The love. I want the love.
Yeah, and it's the same with Storm's arc. Like the whole Mohawk appearing for 5 episodes, and then she's now back to the goddess design.
The goddess, yes.
Like they didn't really they haven't explained why she's changed the Mohawk, any attitude change, anything like that too much. But 2 things we need to talk about quickly: Nightcrawler being added to the opening credits.
Yes,
that was a nice little sneak.
Yes,
a little hint that our little fuzzy elf is bamfing into the team.
We got our bamf while we didn't get our gam.
And the other big thing, well, actually, sorry, there's 3. We got Nimrod in the credits, which is leading to a big theory that a lot of people are speculating in, that Bastion's going to come into it. But the one little cameo I was not expecting was a third Summers brother.
I missed that entirely. Where was that?
Do you know who the third Summers brother is?
No.
Vulcan.
Vulcan is a Summers?
Vulcan is the youngest brother who debuted in Deadly Genesis 1, and he is psychotic. Basically, he's responsible for a lot of cosmic crap hitting the fan.
I was going to say, mishap?
He's ridiculously strong. Like, he can go toe-to-toe with Gladiator.
Oh, cool.
And basically usurps the throne from, in the comics, to Ken, and rules over the Shi'ar and causes a Shi'ar civil war, which there's little hints of that going on. There's cracks within the Shi'ar here, with how they're perceiving Charles and Lalander's rule. And Deathbird's certainly chipping away to get the throne for herself. Oh, she loves her sister so much. But yeah, we got the third Summers. So we've had all 3 throughout both the previous animated series and this one now appear in the series. The Summers family tree, nice and complicated. The only one that we haven't seen so far is Rachel. We've seen Corsair, we've seen Cable, we've seen Maddie. We've seen all of them. Alex.
We just need one more to make the set.
Yeah, yeah. But I was very surprised to see Vulcan already with Deathbird. So that's something that I hope gets picked up down the line, because that could allow for some really big cosmic fun.
Nice.
To explore. But yeah, I was very surprised by that. But no, beautiful episode. I loved the way they portrayed the adversary.
Yes.
Just creepy.
The
head tilting, the eyes.
Definitely the anthropomorphicness of the owl, but then the absolute demonicness of it doing a 360 and then continuing head twirl.
Yeah.
And again, while being sucked back through Forge's magic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll say magic. That last little
through the jump back,
terrifying, absolutely terrifying.
But I like that the adversary was not a big cosmic threat. It was an interpersonal. I am your demon.
Yeah.
Your dark fear. The darkness within you.
And that idea as well of you've been banished. No, I'm yours.
Yeah.
As well, it's
all about how
beautiful.
It's all about how you deal with it, how you control it, and the self, and the joy that it had when it was feeding. Fear and self-loathing. I liked those little changes. It fits the animation really well.
It really does.
Really good episode. I like that it added a little bit of flavor to what's come before. Yes, it did pull back in terms of, it gave us a slower episode, but it was essential. It's now setting up the chess pieces.
Yeah.
You've got Storm, who's now going to come in and kick ass. The Omega's back, and the Omega telepath's coming back as well.
Yep.
Yeah. But it's going to be very interesting because the X-Men still don't know whether Charles was saved by the Shi'ar. They know that they were trying.
But they assumed he's dead.
No. It's Schrodinger's Xavier. he's
Yeah, fair. I'll take that. Yep.
Until he's there, you don't know.
Until he's there, you don't know. Until he pops into your brain and goes, "Sup?"
But the thing that's going to be interesting is how the world responds to it.
Yes.
Because the world thinks he's dead.
Retake that back. The X-Men, it's Schrodinger's. The rest of the world believes he's
dead. Yeah. Yeah, so that's going to be interesting to see how he comes back there. And, yeah. I just want more mutants in the team. I want Colossus in there so we can get a fastball special with Wolvie. Forge, I want to see him start designing and making some awesome stuff to counteract what we're going to be seeing, especially if it goes the Bastion route and Operation Zero Tolerance. They're going to need some stuff to beat those Sentinels.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah. I want an episode with Nightcrawler, please.
And apparently, according to the showrunner, episode 8 is the big one. So yeah, not far off. But I don't want it to get there, and I don't want it to end. I'm loving it. I'm loving this.
Really amazing.
Yeah. Tell us your thoughts on episode 6 in the comments. I'm Trent.
I'm Julia.
As always,
keep it nerdy.